This video tutorial will be for Boss 4, Right Rocket. The first video will be an overview, walkthrough, and the second video will be actual boss fight. We will run a standard DPS build, we will have a tamper-proof chest, and a sniper turret skill, and a revive hive. The tamper-proof chest will help us to hold the ad in place. The main objective of the right rocket position is to fire rockets at the train. To take down the train, you will be firing the rockets at the red bullet train car. And also during phase 1, you will be firing rockets at the mortars. There are 2 mortars on the left side of the train. And there are 2 mortars on the right side of a train. Our spawn location for the rocket person is up on this ledge. They will spawn 1 rocket person after you have fired a rocket. When you start the encounter, you'll want to place your sniper turret up on the ledge. This will hold the rocket person in place as you damage and kill them from down here. Your places of cover will be behind this box, which will protect you from the rocket person and also from the Gatling gun when it is spinning right. Occasionally, if the rocket person gets down, they will drop down here. You will shoot them, then you will pick up the rocket. If you are able to kill them while they're up on the ledge, the rocket will actually drop where you are in cover. You'll pick up the rocket, and then you will fire it at the train. During phase 1, once again, you will also be firing at the mortars. Once the cannon is down, you will hear the call for sandbags. We will run into the sandbag area. Do not go in the water. Stay here in the sandbag area until called to go into the aqueduct or water area. During phase 1 and 4, we will stand in the middle of the aqueduct. And during phases 2 and 3, we will stand on the wall. Both times behind the shield people, key tank, and stagger tank. And once the Gatling gun has stopped firing, we will run back out, replace our turret, and shoot and kill the rocket person again. That ends the overview portion of this video. Next, we will show the actual boss fight with the right rocket roll. And once again, we'll be running a standard DPS build with our tamper-proof chest and with our sniper turret. We're not actually using the sniper turret to shoot. We are using it to hold the ads in place with the tamper-proof talent. When the encounter begins, the door will open. We will all run out. In this example, we are killing the ads from inside the room. There are 2 options to do this. You can run out and kill the ads, or you can stand inside the room and kill the ads. And as you can see, our rocket has dropped out in the field of play. Once all the ads are killed, we will run out, find our rocket, pick it up, and take it with us back to our place of cover.
Everybody good? Mm-hmm. Let's go.
To pick up the rocket, you'll just interact with it and carry it back to your place of cover because we're not ready to fire at the train yet. And we will hit our change weapon button to drop the rocket. We'll place our sniper turret. When the encounter begins, we cannot fire at the train until key tank has placed the first key in. Now we can hear key tank calling that the key is going in, so we'll pick up our rocket and be prepared to fire at the train. And as we can see, the cannon is in an upright position. We have the yellow health bar on the train, and we will fire our first rocket. And we'll sit in cover and wait for our rocket person to spawn. first rocket person. We will try and kill them while they're up on the ledge. And the rocket drops right on us. And we'll fire a rocket at the red bullet car once again. You'll want to shoot just below the red rocket.
Left.
This time we didn't get the rocket person on the ledge, so we'll continue to damage and kill them. Once they're on the ground, they will drop the rocket where they are killed. Pick up the rocket and fire again at the red bullet. This time we've destroyed the red bullet, so the cannon has dropped. And now for phase 1 and phase 1 only, we will shoot at the mortars. We have to wait until Key Tank has put the keys in, because that will open up the mortar for it to be damaged. And we'll fire just below the mortar. That ensures that we don't miss the mortar.
Sweeping right.
And as you can see, the Gatling gun is spinning right. We want to stay in cover to make sure we don't take damage. So both of the left mortars are down. So next we'll be firing at the right mortars.
Key is going in.
And again, once the key goes in, the Gatling gun damages the gate on the front of the mortar and allows us to shoot the mortar with the rocket.
Sweeping left.
Now we are unable to fire at the final mortar because the key has not been placed. We will sit in cover and wait. A rocket person will not spawn again until we fire this rocket, so we're fine to sit in cover. My last rocket for right rocket.
No more chungus, we're good.
Key is going in.
Now Key Tank has placed the key in. The mortar is damaged. We are able to shoot the rocket at it now. Once we fire our rocket, this ends the first phase, and we will all run into the sandbag area. Once at the sandbags, we'll want to stay out of the water and wait for the call to move into the aqueduct. Morzova is now out. If you stand too close to Morzova during this phase, you will get shocked. And once you hear the sirens and the call to move into the aqueduct, into the water, you will step in. On the first phase, we will stand in the middle behind the two shields. And once the Gatling gun stops shooting, we will head out. We will help with right door adds as we head back to our spot. And we'll reset our turret. We'll shoot the rocket person first. Fire our rocket. For all of the remaining phases, we will only be shooting at the red bullet. Now we will reset our turret. And go back into cover. When we were out here, we also need to watch for mortars being fired. You will see a red circle on the ground, and it's best when you see the red circle just to dive roll out of the way. If you need heals, you can run into the heal circle that has been placed on the right side. And now the cannon is down, as you can see, and so now we will move into the sandbag area again. Once in sandbags, we can help with adds, but we'll be primarily putting damage on the boss.
Everyone who is not on an ad fill can move against the boss.
Once again, we will not go into the water or the aqueduct until call is made. If you do enter it too early, it will cause extra mortars to hit us in the sandbag area. Now we have the siren, so we will move to the walls area, and we will stand in behind key tank.
Uh-oh.
And in this instance, the key tank shield was destroyed, so we will just run to the other wall and stand behind stagger tank.
Good heals. Good heals already out.
The Gatling gun has stopped firing, so we will run back out again. And head back to pick up our rocket. In this case, the rocket person had spawned during the mortar attack while we were in the aqueduct. The mortars killed them, and so our rocket was on the ground. It's always important to watch for your rockets when you run out
Sniper left.
to make sure they're not on the ground somewhere. If they are, you'll want to pick them up and use them immediately. And during this phase, you will have the green lasers from the train that will be targeting you, so it is best to stay in cover on this side of the box so that they cannot shoot you.
Sniper. Bomb.
Sweeping left. Sniper right.
Okay. Cannon's down.
And the final rocket has been fired into the red bullet by left rocket, putting the cannon down, and we will head back into the sandbags again.
Gotta bring it in. There's a sniper left.
Right. Right. Oh, left.
And the sirens are going off, so we'll step back into the water, into the aqueduct. For the third phase, we are in the walls again. And as the Gatling gun stops, we head back out again. And again, we'll assist with the adds on right door.
On the edge of rockets out here.
And our rocket is back here. Once again, always looking to see where it is when we run out. Picking up the rocket and immediately firing it at the train car below the red bullet. And then we'll head back to our spawn point. Replace our sniper turret.
An ad on me. Gold medic on me.
Keys out.
You might get that off. Nope. Hopefully not.
Sniper right.
Sniper.
In this phase, once again, you will have the mortars and also the green lasers from the train shooting at you. So you'll want to stay in cover during this period.
Should go left.
Now during this phase, as you can see, the cannon is down. So we will not fire any more rockets, but we will prep our final rocket when the rocket person spawns.
Sniper left.
Now we will take our rocket. We will move it closer to the sandbag area because we will use this final rocket to shoot the train at the very end of the encounter. Then we will move over and help with adds on the right door.
Scooting left.
Sniper right. No more chungas, we're good.
Occasionally you will have that sound and that icon above your head. That is Morozova firing her rocket. And as long as Stagger Tank staggers her, you will not get hit by the rocket. If Stagger Tank is unable to stagger her, you will get hit with it. And there's nothing you can do. Final key has been placed. And the train has been shot by the Gatling gun. We will run into the sandbags for the last time. We hear the sirens. We'll move into the water, into the aqueduct area. And for this final phase, we will stand in the middle. Once the Gatling gun stops, we will run out for this final time. We will run over and relocate our rocket that we left. We will wait for Morozova to come out the door. And as the remainder of the team puts Morozova away, we will go back and pick up our rocket. And we will fire it at the train. This final shot will take down the train and end the encounter. And we will pick up our final keys and loot piles, and that ends the encounter for the right rocket roll.